Hey there, how's it going? I want to first thank Luke and Paul for the donations. It's been very helpful. The latest part of the donation was used to get one of the mop buckets that has a ringer for the mop. I appreciate that very much. The reason why I'm making a video here instead of at the computer is because the computer is blocked by the couch and sofa. I had to rip out the carpet because it was infested with fleas, and so is the couch and sofa. Infested with fleas, and oh my god, it was just nasty too. The people that were here previously, they would just sit there on the couch, constantly spill things, and then never clean it up at all. Just really disgusting. I don't know how people can live that way. And underneath the carpet, you know, it has a wood floor, but most of it's unfinished, but there's a spot on it, pretty big spot on it, that's got some mold there. And I'm like, wow, that's just nasty. And so I've been trying to clean that up. We're going to be taking out the couch and the sofa. Those are going to go too. But anyway, for 8 years we put up with the most ridiculous statements being said about Obama. Just stupid shit, with literally nothing to back it up whatsoever. Not even if someone didn't have anything to back them up, they didn't even have a concept that made any sense to back them up. I'd say 90 to 95% of the bad things being said about Obama were just sheer bullshit. And yet with Trump, people can have facts and it doesn't matter. And when you finally prove that you're right about something about Trump, they'll say, well, so what? You know, people will be like, I don't know, it's just, oh, you're just repeating mainstream media. Well, prior to Trump being elected, people didn't have that much of a problem with that. Sometimes mainstream media is right. Sometimes it's wrong. Sometimes it's right. Sometimes it's just some weird story to make money, and it's not necessarily wrong or right. But so was I wrong about that the gang that he was referencing? Yeah, I was wrong about the gang he was referencing, but that's not actually, the specific gang actually has nothing to do with what I was talking about. It has to do with Trump giving carte blanche police to brutalize people. There's no excuse for that. The fact that you can't even look at that, you can't even state that that's messed up, man. And we wonder how people in the past and at different points in history have been able to support terrible things being done to people, where people look at others as just completely below them. You know, this here is an example of how that happens. You know, we're citizens. Whether we've committed a crime or not, we're still citizens. We still have rights. But some of you think that you shouldn't have rights if you've committed a crime. And I don't know what to say. If there's any people that can be considered un-American, it would be those who excuse that kind of police behavior, and those who would excuse a president who tells police that those things are just fine. I'm sorry, but that would be the ultimate in being un-American, because one of the big pillars of our government is the fact that we have rights as citizens. What I also find really funny, the reason why I mentioned Obama, the stuff that was said about him for 8 years is, you know, the left had a pretty thick skin about that. Particularly when you compare it to how thin of a skin the Trumpites have. The Trumpites have the thinnest fucking skin possible. You can't handle anything being said negative about him, and you all have to continually be white knights for him. Why do you have to be white knights for him? When people would be white